In recent months, tensions between Iran and the United States have significantly escalated. The world is watching closely as this conflict unfolds. The stakes are high for global security, oil prices, and international diplomacy. What does this mean for you and the world? Let's break it down step by step. The roots of this conflict go back decades. In 1953, a US-backed coup overthrew Iran's government. That caused deep distrust between the two nations. Fast forward to 1979, when Iran's Islamic Revolution turned hostile towards the US. Since then, sanctions and military threats have marked their relationship. These historical events lay a foundation for the current tensions. Now, let's look at the recent incidents provoking global concern. Attacks on U.S. bases in Iraq have raised alarm. Iran has increased its military presence in the region. Additionally, drone strikes attributed to Iran have targeted shipping routes. Naval confrontations are becoming more frequent in the Persian Gulf. These developments have led to fears of a possible military escalation. The conflict holds significant implications for the global community. Rising tensions could lead to increases in oil prices. Any disruption in supply may affect economies around the world. Global security is at risk with potential military confrontations. Furthermore, the political landscape may shift dramatically. Allied nations must now navigate these complex challenges. What does the future hold for US-Iran relations? Possible peace negotiations could emerge amid global pressure. However, escalation remains a serious worry. International intervention could either stabilize or complicate the situation further. The outcome remains uncertain, and it is crucial to monitor these developments. In summary, the Iran-US conflict is multifaceted and evolving. Understanding its history helps contextualize current events. Stay tuned as this situation unfolds. Follow our channel for timely updates and expert analysis. Stay informed, protect yourself, and engage in conversation about this critical issue. Thank you for watching. In the shadow of these tensions, both nations seem to be at a crossroads, with the potential for dialogue juxtaposed against a backdrop of military posturing. Observers of international politics find themselves grappling with the implications of these confrontations, as public sentiment and government policies are shaped by the fear of what comes next. The interplay between diplomacy and aggression remains intricate, and each move is monitored closely by allies and adversaries alike. This situation is not just a regional dispute. It reverberates across continents, shaping economic and military alliances, and influencing the daily lives of people worldwide. As nations weigh their options, analysts stress the significance of maintaining communication channels to prevent misunderstandings. Diplomatic backchannels may serve as vital tools in de-escalation efforts, allowing both sides to convey intentions without public posturing. Simultaneously, regional allies watch intently, as their own interests are intertwined with the outcome of these tensions. Economic ties, energy dependencies, and security agreements complicate the dynamics, prompting many to urge their governments to advocate for a peaceful resolution. The international community now stands at a pivotal moment, as cries for diplomacy rise above the drumbeats of war. These voices call for thoughtful engagement over reckless aggression, emphasizing the delicate balance of power in a tightly interwoven global landscape. As discussions about potential peace negotiations take shape, experts highlight the importance of a unified international response. Countries worldwide are increasingly recognizing that a stable Middle East is essential for their own economic and security interests. If allies can diplomatically engage with both the US and Iran, it may pave the way for a resolution that prioritizes dialogue over hostility. However, there is a palpable concern that if tensions escalate further, the consequences could ripple across global markets and geopolitical alignments, making collaborative efforts even more vital. Many are left wondering if history will repeat itself, or if a new chapter in US-Iran relations is on the horizon. As the world watches this precarious situation evolve, many citizens feel a mix of hope and apprehension. Questions linger about how their governments will respond to these developments and what role they might play in advocating for peace. The stakes are undeniably high. With lives potentially hanging in the balance, grassroots movements are springing up, urging leaders to advocate for diplomacy. Ultimately, the quest for a more stable future hinges on collective commitments to engage in continuous dialogue and mutual understanding. This is a crucial juncture for not only the US and Iran, but for the entire global community. As we conclude, we must remain vigilant and engaged, recognizing that the pursuit of peace in the US-Iran conflict depends on our collective willingness to prioritize diplomacy over hostilities and work toward a future where cooperation can replace discord.